Hi you guys, just coming on to do a tutorial on how to make this little pop-up post-it note little purse holder. Opens up and your little post-it notes go right in there. And the size on this is, it's about 3.5 and it should be 5. Yes, 3.5 by 5, and I think it's 2 inches by 1 inch. So let's get started. And what gave me inspiration to make this is because I have this right here. But I wanted to make them as gifts because I do not remember where I bought this from. But I use a lot of Post-it notes, so I thought, well, I will just make it out of paper. And this, okay, I'm not very good at measurements and stuff, but this took me like 2 days to figure out. I kept messing it up and messing it up, but anyways, we'll spare all that. And I will show you what you're gonna need. Of course, you're gonna need paper. And I tried to make it so you only had to use a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I'm using heavy cardstock. You will need something for the back, like for the slot where this comes out of, your Post-it note. I use the Lawn Fawn slide on over die. You don't have to use a die. I mean, you can, you know, figure it out and just score and then cut if you want. But even if you have a longer, like square dies, we all usually do. And this piece here for that, because you are going to need quite a bit of room because it kind of moves around in there. This little die here, and I know I have some square dies that are about this long. This piece is about 3 3/4 by 1/4 inch, this die here. So you are going to need 2 sheets of paper that are 5 inches by 3.5, and that makes this piece here like the front and the back. Just leave this here. And then you are going to need 1 piece that is 3 by 6. And then you are going to need 2 pieces that are 3.5 by 2 3/4, and it makes the little sides. And then you are going to need a piece that is 3.5 by 4.5, and this is the lid. And that fits right here. And then for the handle, you are going to need a 5, geez, I wrote it down. Yeah, 5.5 by 1/2 inch. Okay, so let's get started on our sides. I already have 1 cut out. What was this for? I don't remember. It's not for that. Must be I cut extra pieces. Okay, that goes with that one. Sorry guys. Just make sure I had everything all on my desk the right way. Nope, that one's not it. So that has to be it. Yes, sorry. I moved everything around before I started this. Geez, talk about confuse myself. So this is 5 by 3.5. And then I made little notch marks with a pencil. And you're going to score at, let's see, 2, 3, 4. I had this all written down. Now I can't find it all. So you're going to score at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighths. And then on the other side, the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're just going to make little pencil marks because you are going to take this and line it up. I mean, you can take a pencil and a ruler and then cut it out, but I'm just gonna, why I have a mark here on my 6-inch mark is so I can just line it up. Take that corner and that little notch piece. Go. Do the same thing on the other side. That way you're not erasing pencil marks. You can do it either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, then we might as well get this. Just cut there. And I'm just doing this one for the tutorial in solid cardstock, and I'll go back and just make, put pattern paper over it. But on this one, on one of the pieces, this will be your back, and you are gonna take your ruler and measure 1.5, and then just make a mark at that 1.5 mark, because that's where we're going to put this die and run it through your die machine. Or if you cut it out, you know, you can just figure it out on your scoreboard and make a little square and then cut it out, but we'll just run that through the die machine. Okay, so there is our front and back, and now for the lid. This piece is 4.5 by 3.5, and on the 3.5 side, I'm just going to go ahead and score it first. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, and then you are going to score at 1 3/8. So before we do that, you're gonna make, before we cut it, you're gonna, on each side, you're gonna make a little notch with your pencil, 3/8, 3/8, and that'll give you your sides. Just line it up on my scoreboard. And then just score it down. I made just little templates so I don't have to keep measuring it, so because I plan on making a few more of these. Then you're just going to cut from the little mark here down to the corner, just like on those little front panels. Okay. And that is our lid, and you can just go ahead okay, and there's our little lid. And then this is 6 by 3. You are just going to score at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. And then we are going to cut those corners, go up and over. I mean, you can cut the square out and then, of course, cut your little notches, but it's a lot faster doing this. Now you have a little box piece. This is the bottom part. Okay, now for the little side pieces. Get rid of that. You are going to need 2 pieces that measure 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, I already have my little marks made. You're going to want to make sure that when you do this, that this piece here, after you fold these in, because this is going to glue the sides on, that this right in here is 1 inch and this is 2 inches, and it should work out. So the first marks we're going to make is going to give us our 1 inch, which would be the very top, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eighths. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just score that in. And then you're just going to go from those little marks that you made for the 1 inch for the top part. You're just going to count backwards 2 eighths, and then you're just going to make like a little line. And then from here, 2 eighths. From here, 1, 2, just make a little line. And then on the other end, you are going to score or make little marks at 3 eighths of an inch on both sides, and that'll give you 2 here, 1 inch right in through there. So this, I think I am going to use pencil on. So what you're gonna do, because we need a fold right here from this outer one, not the little 1 inch section, but the one after that. Just gonna take my pencil, oops, yep, I'm gonna go there. And I'm just gonna make a mark, and this is what we're gonna cut off. We're only gonna be cutting on the outside. The other 2 marks are for to make score lines so that we can bend them over. Okay, so just on our outer marks, we're going to cut same thing. Making sure that you still have those 2 little marks there and those 2 little marks there. If you cut in there, you did it wrong, so you'll have to start over again. Okay, and this is where we're gonna make little marks on our scoreboard. I already have this one done. That's why I hate using pencil. You can erase it. So just line that up. And then just score that, line that up again. Those little notches. And then you'll have your little pieces. And that piece goes right in there. So you do need these side pieces. And it should line up with this one, and it does. So for this one, we're just going to take the little corners off. Some little notches there. Let's see, of course I can't find an eraser anywhere, but I do have this thing handy. Like I said, I'm just gonna, I don't know if this will even work. Yeah, a little bit. I'm just gonna use pattern paper over the top so it doesn't matter. Okay, and that should be all of our pieces. And I'm going to quickly run this piece through my die cutting machine. So I will be right back. I cut it straight. I really need to get an electronic die cutting machine because I cut out a lot of dies. It'll be so much easier just to run it through. I mean, mine works fine, but... Okay, and then we have this piece. So let's see if I can remember how I put it together. Got my glue, but before I do that, oh, I don't know what I did with it. So I just file the one under my sewing machine. I get these mats from the Dollar Tree, so that way I don't get glue or marks or anything on my desk. I had one for this desk, but I have no idea where it went to. I'm so busy with so many different projects. Okay, don't need that ruler anymore. Get rid of this. I have stuff everywhere, and I am not that kind of person that has just stuff everywhere, but lately that's how it's been. So we're going to glue our little side pieces onto the bottom. So you're going to want to glue this on the inside. That way the outside looks nice and neat. Just line that up. Or actually, that's wrong. You want that pieces inside so it doesn't show on the outside. So just line those up. Okay, glue this one right. Okay. Seems like I always get one bad nail the day before I get my nails done. Like it just, the polish came right off. Who knows why? So then we are going to, let's glue our back piece on. So this is the back piece that has that little hole cut out in there. And I like to do just one piece at a time just to make it line up. The only thing I didn't account for is once you put that die on there, you're going to have, come on, line up for me. Like a piece right here. So I just took my scissors. I don't know if you can see that. Like right there, I just took my scissors and cut that little piece off. Okay, and then we will glue the bottom piece. Sure that folds down. I think I'm off on my measurements a little bit. Well, on these pieces. The first one, it went together quickly, or much better. Okay, and that is our back piece. I guess I can push that in more. Well, it already stuck. Too late now. But like I said, I'm going to be covering it with paper. Like I said, I have the pieces right here. I just took scissors and cut that. Okay, and then we're going to put our front piece on. See, this is pretty easy to put together. Again, starting with just that one side. Line this up. Okay, then do the bottom. So I'll glue that too. Oops. Then just kind of push it. Okay, I didn't line up my pieces good enough on that other side, so this is going to be off a little bit. So just make sure that when you glue that you push it all the way down. Oh, there we go. When I put my patterned paper over this, it should line up perfectly. Okay, and now we have our little purse part, and then here is the lid, and you're just going to glue on the inside here. And just line it up. I did make it so that it hung over a little bit on each side, like the one I have, so I glued a little bit too far on each edge. Let's see if I can find it. Yes. See how it like hangs off the sides a little bit, so I did the same thing with this one. Just to have, I don't know, just look cool. So I guess when you put this together, glue this piece. And then it just folds right over. And then you have your little purse. I'm sure that is glued down there. You can actually round this off if you want to with a corner rounder, doesn't matter. Need some more glue there. Yeah, it's gonna stay. Okay, and then for your handle, you would just fold those up and take a pencil or whatever, round those off. And then I just hot glued it on the top like that, but I'm not gonna finish it because I still want to put patterned paper on this. But that is it, guys. That is the little, looks much better with patterned paper. And then for this, I just hot glued the little Velcro dots. But yep, that is it. That is my little tutorial. Isn't it cute? And then, of course, get your little Post-it note. And you kind of do have to use the pop-up Post-its. So you would just get the first one kind of ready. I just did that with it. Slide that down. Push that with your fingers. Come on, I pushed it too far. There we go. There, and they just... So I hope you guys understand this tutorial, and I did okay. And if you guys do make them, please tag me so I can check them out, because I thought this was pretty cute. And thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.